Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Night Vision. I'm Samantha.
And I'm Erin. Now let's get into this week's news stories. The French Contest Award ceremonies will be held starting tomorrow until this Friday. The two ceremonies, which will celebrate the winners of the Grand Concours, will take place in the upper cafeteria. More information about specific timing can be found on Schoology calendar or on Outlook. Congratulations to all the winners. End-of-program testing, known as NOCTI exams, will take place this Thursday. Juniors in ACTS and seniors in ABF, ADT, and AMST will be taking the NOCTI exam. We wish them the best of luck.
This Week in History is a segment created in the Video Fundamentals class and is produced by Isabella Berrara and Aaron Manar. Let's take a look at that now.
Hello everyone, my name is Isabella. Welcome to this School Week in History. Let's start off with May 20th, the first day of this week. In 1498, Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama arrives at Calicut, India, becoming the first European to reach India by sea. In 1861, North Carolina becomes the 11th and last state to secede from the Union. In 1961, a white mob attacks freedom riders in Montgomery, Alabama. Next, on May 21st, in 1881, the American Red Cross was founded by Clara Barnett. In 1918, the U.S. House of Representatives passes the amendment allowing women to vote. On May 22nd, in 1799, Napoleon makes statements in support of re-establishing Jerusalem for Jews. In 1939, Germany's Adolf Hitler and Italy's Benito Mussolini signed the Pact of Steel, formalizing the 1936 alliance known as the Rome-Berlin Act. In 2013, in Fort Worth, Texas, Anita Sorenstam becomes the first woman to play the PGA Tour in 58 years. On the 23rd, in 1785, Benjamin Franklin announces his invention of bicycle. Finally, on May 24th, 1844, the first telegraph message was sent. In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge was opened by President Chester A. Arthur and New York Governor Grover Cleveland. In 1930, Amy Johnson becomes the first woman to fly solo from the United Kingdom to Australia. In 1987, the Golden Gate Bridge's 50th anniversary. Over 800,000 people show up. 300,000 walk on the bridge at the same time. This span temporarily flattens from the weight. This week's highlight event took place on May 21st when Amelia Earhart became the first woman to make a solo, non-stop transatlantic flight. She set off the day before, exactly 5 years before Charles Lindbergh set off to accomplish the same feat for the first time. Amelia's first claim to fame occurred in 1928, and she was part of a 3-person crew and became the first woman to cross the Atlantic in an aircraft. For her solo transatlantic crossing in 1932, she was awarded a Distinguished Flying Cross by the U.S. Congress. And this has been a week in history. Thank you.
Last week was our very last full week of school before the summer break. To kick off our streak of shortest school weeks, we will have a minimum day this Thursday due to staff development in the afternoon. Following the half day, we'll have no school next Monday and Tuesday due to Memorial Day weekend. The Senior Class Council has begun Senior Assassin, an annual game in which senior students compete to eliminate rival teams using water guns. For those participating, make sure to read all the rules either on Instagram or the Splashin app. Good luck! Wednesday, May 29th will be seniors' last day for their senior experience internships. Underclassmen can look forward to the following Wednesday, which is Senior Exhibition Day. Seniors have already begun preparing their presentations, which will give the lower grades a chance to preview all the internship opportunities and experiences for their disposal once they reach their senior year.
Last week, the BCA class of 2028 had their induction ceremony. Our Spark students assisted in welcoming the students and their families to the BCA community. Here with us today is Night Vision's very own Jack Hodge to tell more about Spark's role in this process. Hello, Jack. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Sam. Thank you for having me.
Can you first tell us what Spark's primary involvement is with this event?
Yeah, so what Spark does at the induction is we work to welcome the students as well as their families to BCA because this is one of their first official times at BCA as students enrolled here. And so we're there at the doors to greet them, and then we are working the tables when they're registering and enrolling, and then we welcome them into the auditorium, and we are serving as ushers, and then we also are helping them up on stage for the ceremony, certain small things like that. And then at the end of the ceremony, the Spark leaders, they walk the families into the gym where we hold a reception, and we just walk around the gym and we're talking and socializing with the students and making sure that they feel welcome and a part of the community.
And how does it feel to work with BCA's newest students every year?
It's definitely really enlightening to meet all the new students and serve as like a guide to them, but also making friends along the way. As you meet these newer students as they come into their freshman year, you can tell that they're really nervous, and so being a Spark leader to welcome them and make them feel like they're a part of the community is really important. So it feels really special to be that kind of guiding light.
And personally, how have your experiences at induction changed from year to year?
So my induction was sophomore year because my freshman year was it was virtual, it was over Zoom. So I came into my sophomore year being inducted, so that was definitely weird. But once I got into Spark my sophomore year, I was at induction every year to serve as a Spark leader. So I've been there since I came to BCA, and over the years I've served as a bunch of different roles. You know, this year I worked the doors, and I was welcoming everybody in and holding the doors and just being the first face that they saw. Last year I did a lot of socialization and meeting a bunch of new students and making them feel comfortable. So yeah, certain things like that.
And now as a senior, what advice do you have to offer to BCA's incoming class?
I think the number one thing that I can say to the incoming freshmen is to just be yourself, obviously, and have pride in who you are and what you do, because at BCA everybody is an individual, and you have to work with yourself as your number one. Of course you're going to have friends, but the number one thing for you at high school is to be yourself and make sure that you have confidence in who you are, so that you can thrive here.
And finally, does Spark have anything else planned for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so Spark is going on a field trip of sorts to the Bleshman School, which is part of the Bergen County Special Schools District, this Friday. It's a school for students with multiple disabilities, and we are hosting a luau party, which we do every year. And we're just having fun, we're meeting new people, and that's always a great part of the year. And then next week is the Staff Appreciation Week, which we host, obviously to make it a great week, to show our appreciation for the staff, the teachers, everybody here at BCA. We do a number of different promotions, and including the letter writing and the note writing that we give to all the teachers and staff, which is always a hit, and a bunch of different events and activities to just make it a great week and show our teachers and staff that we appreciate them at the end of the year.
Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Jack.
Thank you.
Before we end off, we'd love to wish our anchor Sam a very happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sam.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay, thank you guys.